you glad you're with us. Between two teams who do not like the saying that orange is the new black, because orange is the new orange. It's all about orange as the orange face the big orange in the Half-Night Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteers offense will take the field first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And the Vols can really attack on this second and short. Using his legs, it's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quick release by the QB. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. The screen, he's got wheels. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Matthews. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The snap sets up the throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense will get the ball for the first time. The give from the gun. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Syracuse will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a draw. Nice move to pick up yardage. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
He's looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to throw again. Backs looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown ball! Fit it in the window for the score.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get it. See if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Pulled down for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juice.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Looking for space, it's Willis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Cook. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll go right back to it. They didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. Got it near midfield. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running to Green. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And In that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll try to slam it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. Syracuse forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Thomas. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it to the right. Runs through a tackle. And they swarm him under. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance, everything their play call.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And on On that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like, all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here is the Tennessee offense. give to the tailback. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Back open in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play. They're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
There's a lot of different ways to generate explosive plays. This offense likes to do it on the ground. Got difference makers, including that guy right there.
And that difference was made for sure in the defense. This is why you need the relentless pursuit. First guy misses, you got to have another one ready.
So if you're on offense, man, force feed this dude the ball. Give it back to him.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer. And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. The sure hands, it's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back. zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the O? The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Gets it out quickly.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. There he goes. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Offense with jumbo personnel. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Absolutely center cut. The lead is now back down to 9.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Under fire. Makes the grab. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot, and that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Good, solid pickup there now. They can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. And into the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the
touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goal.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Gill. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Got it in the middle, it's Cook. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, and I'd give back that last score.
Syracuse, 19.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football, you could tell. Drops back, nothing else.
Makes the catch on the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air, it's Aguilar. He'll take another shot here. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete after shot on second down. They're staring at third. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Right back to the well. Got the 1st down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Looking for an open area to his left. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Vols line up to punt it away. fire. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Ross Simmons. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Syracuse lines up on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time.